Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming out here. Midday Money on a Thursday, the 18th of January. Welcome on into the show. Before we get into everything, just hit the like button. That's all I ask. That's all I could really ask. Nobody else does anything in this world you ask them to do. Right? Hit the like button. Sean Higgs, win free picks, picks parlays, Twitter at Mr. Sean Higgs. If you're on the Twitter world, plays are posted there. And also you can listen in podcast form. Wherever you listen to your podcasts, go get it. And like I say, put it on at night and just let it run 8, 10, 12 hours. Maybe go spend $29, get a nice burner phone. Just run that on Spotify, Pandora. Let me get that $30 check, baby. Let's go. Plays are posted in the chat. Let's do a little recapping. What paper should I use here? Running out of all my nonsense here. Papers everywhere. All right, recapping yesterday in the show. Hockey, nothing on the ice. NBA loser with the Mavericks. No football played last night. College hoops splits out. No. I thought we ended up with a split. And I had to do a double take with Arizona State. Are you kidding me here? Are you kidding me? What the heck happened? You're up pretty convincingly. I thought they were up double digits most of the game. Not sure what the heck happened. UCLA came back. Unbelievable. Arizona State officially on my never again list. Ridiculous. All right. Let's get to today's picks here. What time we got? 2:22. 2:22. We did a Marcos minute last night from my guy. Marcos came in on a look at line show. Townsend, again, nothing has been added or removed from last night's show. So you got that going for you. If you watched last night, you're like, you know what? I'm rolling on out of here. Nothing's really changed. It's good. Thank you. Townsend plus 11. Troy -1. New Mexico State -1. Quick little rundown here. Townsend is still 11. Where else we got guys up on the board here? Troy is a half now, it looks like. Maybe a 1.5. I see a pick. They're all over. I see a +1 at one shop. And then later on, let's go all the way down here. New Mexico State. Now a 2.5. I love it. I gave you a little what I thought about the New Mexico State game last night. NBA 22 and 18 plus 295 here. Wizards plus 10.5. Hockey 14-13 plus 390. Vegas under 6. NFL, we got the Ravens under, Bills under. And that's it. David's in the house. Like Tampa Bay -148 playing at home. Wild, not a good road team. I don't hate Tampa Bay here. We talked about that last night. We said kind of Tampa Bay might be a play. I don't hate it. Let's go Lightning. Ride the Lightning, baby. Now we got a Canucks parlay. Oh, man, I'm so tired. This is what happens when you do like late shows and then morning shows. My head hurts. The freaking ring light killing me. Dave says I have a parlay. Canucks under and Tampa in a parlay. It's a +280. Hey, listen, plus money. Not going to complain about that. We got Vancouver at here. I want to take the Flames today, believe it or not. The Ricky Flames. There you go, Ricky Flame, for those of you who know. Vancouver -180. I thought we talked about the Canucks. Arizona team total last night. Somebody said the Yotes over 2.5. So how about a game over? Woo! Nature boy. Tried to catch some midnight money. I passed out. Troy's now a dog. What is going on, Iggy? I see him as a dog. I see him as a pick. This was one of those games where it's not a where I talk about like a ranked and an unranked. You have a Troy team playing a little better here. I mean, record-wise, they're 11-6 to 9-8. It's not like drastic, like a 14-2 versus a 5-7 or something along those lines. Like we got Marshall and Old Dominion. Marshall's 9-9. Old Dominion's like 4-13. Like, oh boy, Marshall's easy. I don't know if Marshall's easy there. It's a spot where you're like, oh my goodness, what are we doing in that game? But then you look at the Marshall Old Dominion matchup, like you look at the New Mexico State. What was that, Western Kentucky? Nick Nancy hitting the like button. And there are everybody. There's Winifred Picks. There's Picks Parlays. There's Sean Higgs. There's Marcos Minute hitting the like button for just me. Just me. He's given up on our Canadian friend. She hasn't been in quite a bit. Nick Nancy says Marshall over, Weber State under, Portland Pilots over, Wright State under. Let's see what we have here. Marshall over. What? Chad, I got to dig up the lines here. So is this still a 154.5? Wright State, Weber. I know that's going to be a late game, so I'm going to start backwards here on the board here. Wright State, Weber. You like the total under? What is this? An 8 o'clock? Where is Weber? There we go. 148.5 hasn't really moved. I don't hate it. You want to go under there? I sort of like Eastern Washington, by the way, in the Weber game. Portland Pilots versus St. Diego. You like the over 155. What do I have here? I did look at this one last night. Let me just pull up a. And we're back. We had a slight freeze. I hope you heard me say I like the Portland under. And the Marshall game, I was going to look at a what do we have here on this one? I want to say an over in Marshall. Marshall over. North Enders in the house. Big Higgs, a great piece of the Thunder -3 after we talked about it here. Yeah, Jazz have been good at home. But now the Thunder's dropped a couple. Day off for both teams. Let's Stan says Canucks Yotes over. I like the over in this game. I like the over. Yotes could go over. Domingo 90 confirms. Yeah, I like the over. Jeff, my guy, good to see you. Our Shreveport buddy, straight out of Louisiana. Hope all's good. Killing bugs in the snow and ice. Hey, it's nice. It's here. It's nice today. I was a little warm. Nature Boy says, "Are you on Troy?" With the dog actually took the point and committed. Yeah, it's here. We're still on it. I didn't change my thoughts on them. Still stick with the Trojans. Any thoughts on a Raptors +2 against the Bulls? I believe it or not, I want to take the Raptors. I said that last night. I'll say it again today. I know they just traded Siakam. They got a lot of movement going on. They had lost a couple after their trade with the Knicks. I don't know, man. Give me Toronto. I like the Raptors. Brandon's, I'm here. Good to see you. Jerome Klein says, what about Winthrop? Let's find Winthrop here on the piece of paper. Where would Winthrop be? Where can my Winthrop be versus NC Cashville laying 4.5 at 148 last night? Let's see what this line is here. Fresh in the morning. I just got to find it here on the board. Of course, I'll never be able to find it. 8 o'clock game. Where is Winthrop? I can't stand just hunting down games. And it's like an added, so it's a crazy rotation number to boot. Winthrop. Wow, what is going on here? Oh, I think it's 8 o'clock. It's a 7 o'clock game. Yeah, that's the way we're going. 10 minutes, 11 minutes into the show. I'm looking for an 8 o'clock time, and it's at 7. Good job, good job. All right, 3.5 and a 148.5 here. I wanna lean a little Cashville. I want to roll a little NC Cashville in this fella. How's Cashville coming in? 3 or 4, not too bad. Winnie Winthrop's off a game over Radford to win. They've won what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. One of them against the Cuppy Cake, lost 3. But again, you're stepping out of conference. Xavier, South Carolina, FSU, not terrible. Let's expect to lose those. Or Asheville's not that good. South Carolina State, Auburn. I don't know. I'm still gonna lean. Give me some Asheville here. I'll lean on NC Asheville's room. Again, didn't bet this one. Just asking my opinion. I did a quick little looky loo. Shout out, follow our guy. Shout out. He comes in a lot of player props. He's got a channel. He says he posts there. Check him out. Blues Caps under the 6.5. I like Washington today. Believe it or not, I had Washington. I got lucky with the puck on last time. I'll be back on the Caps today. I kind of like them. I missed the right. So how was it? The night show was good. Same as the day show. It was actually like an hour long too, which usually the night shows. I was hoping to be a little shorter, but a lot of new faces come in. I guess they see it come up like, oh, look at this. What is this show? Nick Nancy saying hello to shout out. Kings Preds under the 6.5. I like the Preds today. How you doing, Nick? Marcos Minute says I'm giving up. PM and MD, she's MIA, so when she comes back, then I'll re-like her again. 3.5 for the Winthrop. Yeah, like I said, lead in Nashville. Nick Nasty is good. Shout out to same game parlay. Sexton over 6.5 points. Laurie Marketing over 8 boards, and SGA over 4.5 assists. Plus 120 MGM. I don't hate any of these. That's a nice little triple play right there. So I'm coming in with a late night lock. Here we go, Dave. Late night lock. Huh? That's the way we're rolling in. The pen is out. I'm putting out my Friday numbers for college basketball. Another late night lock. David, late night lock. Stanford minus 2.5. It did move. And I think last night, did I say I kind of like Stanford there? Hold on a second. Let me look at who they're playing. I did say I kind of like the little Stanford. No, I did not. I said I liked Washington State in that matchup. I like Washington State. Marco says Bill Belichick's going to coach the Dirty Birds from New England to Atlanta. I don't get it. That move tells me that Russell Wilson's going to Atlanta. Michael B is at the house. Alex Clark is here. Thoughts on the Illini Michigan? Alex, I got to say, normally this is a play where I'm saying not unload, but it's a play where you just play Michigan as a no-brainer. This line, I thought this line would be a 5. I mean, KenPom had this at a 5. It's a 2. It was a 3. It's settled at 2.5. I had to go Illinois. Now, as I got on Team Money last night, right, we took LSU to roll. They did. We took New Mexico to roll. Cincy, K-State. This spot here, though, it's Illinois laying a short number. Easy to jump on Michigan, but Michigan is off a win. Illinois is off a loss, a bad shooting loss. I have to, this is a spot where I just can't blindly go where I normally say, hey, let's take Michigan. I do like the Illini in this spot. They've had their bad game. Now, they would have won last game? Sure. Sign me up for Michigan here. Not in this spot. Michigan's off a win. Illini off the loss. How about a money line? You want to do like a 130 money line here? I don't hate it. Memphis and Florida Atlantic. I do like Florida Atlantic with the big number today. And the Memphis game. South Florida. I want to lean with the points on South Florida. Did this line move from last night? 13 down to, is it 11 now? This was a 13.5 last night. I had a question mark next to South Florida. Now I questioned myself for not taking them because I've had a nice little January. Like me says, great night for the Cavs, first quarter, first half. Yeah, Cavaliers monster. But that was it. You also have the Giannis news there. That's like the Luka news. One went one way, one went the other. Rutgers at the rack. What a comeback, Rutgers. Wow. LSU and Virginia, my only loss. I like to, I didn't play Virginia Tech. I wish I did. Arizona State, yeah, I thought that was a winner. Unbelievable. Brian says, Reeboks for Rockets and Utah Jazz for Friday. Did you hear what happened to Steve Kerr? Passed away. Steve Kerr did not die. It was an assistant coach died. Steve Kerr did not die. Canucks under. I like the Canucks over. Nick Nasty. Take it from Godzuki. Godzilla. Go, Godzilla. I like the over in that game. Someone mentioned the Yotes over. I was looking at the over anyway in that matchup, so let's stick to it. Although I did not bet it. Did not bet the over. Like it says, South Florida versus Memphis, 1-7 ATS. Yeah, that's what I just said, man. That was a 13.5. I'm seeing like 11s coming up now, 11.5s. Monmouth, yes. New Mexico State, yes. Cal money line, and you like Stanford. I'll do a little Cal with you. I'll do, the other ones, I'm all for it. Stanford, I do not like. You like the Jazz here. OKC, 2 straight losses in LA. Jazz with the day off because of the passing of the assistant coach. That, we have an OKC backer. We have a Jazz backer. This is, to me, it's a no play. It's a no play to me. And Michigan. I just mentioned a Michigan game. So, yeah, I'm going to be coming in. The New Mexico game I really like a lot. That New Mexico game. I like it. But again, Townsend, Troy, New Mexico State. That South Florida one's sticking out a little bit now. South Florida. Townsend. These guys are all going to remake it. Now, I have a 3-pack up on the site, but I mentioned last night these games were near and dear to my heart, so to speak, and they're going to find their way in to the Badlands. Really, you don't like Stanford? Why don't you come off that Arizona win? They're off the win, but I look at the line. Like, Stanford's had some wins this season, right? I mean, look at the Stanfords. They came in with a couple wins. I mean, they beat Arizona. And you know what they did the next game? They went in and beat UCLA on the road. And then they followed up with a win at USC. And then a third win in a row at Oregon State on the road. And then they beat Utah as a home dog. So they're playing as good as anybody. And yet they're not laying a home court number here. Why can't they lay home court 3? Like, as much as that's not a thing anymore, that's basic. That'll always be in my mind where you should be 3 points better than somebody on your home court. And that's a really old school way of thinking. But these guys, meaning the Cougars, won at USC, lost to Colorado, lost at Utah, neutral winner Boise, neutral loser Santa Clara, neutral winner Rhode Island, neutral loser Mississippi State. I mean, and it's a 2.5 with Stanford who's playing as good. I don't say as good as anybody in the country, but you win 4 or 5 in a row and you're playing conference teams and it's a 2.5. That just raises eyebrows a little bit. I'm not saying I didn't bet. I didn't bet Watch State. I like them. I just don't like the number. Deep fried ties like an OKC and Michigan. As I said with the Michigan game, uh, Kempon might have said a 5. I thought it'd probably be like a 4. Right? Illinois is off a loss. Michigan's off a win. Michigan's been not that good. Illinois has been tough even with their guy out. And the OKC one's tricky. They've dropped a couple in LA. Are they due to win, so to speak? Are the Jazz going to fall a little flat? They've been overachieving. That's a no play. And it says, I'm on Memphis, Michigan State, and FAU. Look at this. Nathan. I'm shocked Nathan's coming in and he's taking Michigan State as a monster home fave, Memphis as a monster home fave, and Florida Atlantic. What can go wrong taking 3 big home faves, Nathan? What could possibly go wrong? Who's the assistant coach? Who is the assistant coach for going to? I have no idea. I have no idea. That's more of a Michael B question. Let Michael B answer the Golden State news. He's a Warrior guy. And Matt says Cal Bears money line. I like Cal as well. Yes, Cal Bears. Where are they on my thing? They should be around here somewhere. Ah, there they are. Home versus Washington. Yes. St. Babs is 1.5. Yes, they are versus Northridge. I don't know, man. Part of me, I got the question mark next to Northridge there. And we're going to go cold cash on the ice, a little New York Ranger action against Vegas. I got the under in this game. I got the under. I'll be pulling for you, Matt. Should I talk me out of it? It's a 3.5 now. I hate betting the last game of the night anyway. It's 3.5 for Stanford. I mean, of course it's going to get bet up. That makes sense, but I don't know. I still I might come in and watch it. I don't know. Again, I got 3. This might balloon to like 7 or 8 games. Nature Boy says Green Bay gets the cover of the Niners. Niners, a high look at a close game Niners had. This was a 10. It's come down. I mean, pack with house money. I get it. We don't know what we're getting out of CMC. He was bagged up last week. The 9 could loom large. Niners field goal kicker missed a couple things last week, right? I mean, I don't know. Give me the under. Give me the under, Nature Boy. Nathan says, great minds think alike, Higgy. Michael says, I'm surprised everyone is not here banging the table for the Illini. Chicago, yes, the truth. You know, Tim Rowe mentioned this last night, or Nick Rowe maybe, or maybe it was Tim in the chat. I jumped on Picks for Dave for a little bit for his little nerd talk, and we're talking some hockey, and this game came up, and I agree. Hey, listen, it's what, minus 110? Why not? It's worth a shot. Buffalo in a postponement. Now they play again today. I mean, that could only help Chicago not in a back-to-back. Nate says, best bet of the day, the Catamounts over Binghamton. Minus a 5. This was a 7. It's come down a couple points there. Actually, look at this. I got a double top because my pen fell on the ground. So Nathan is coming in. I'm gonna hit you with the pen only because you said best bet, and it's a line that has come down. So let's see. Again, good numbers. I had a good number last night. I had Evansville minus 5. It went to 8. It still lost. So let's see if the good number matters here. You got a number that's come down. It's better than the opener. Let's see if that's good or bad. Yeah, the assistant coach died of heart attack or something for whoever asked. Yeah. But I didn't know. I mean, that's your neck of the woods. Like, what is their feeling on that? They're going to be playing with heavy hearts, or is it win one for the Gipper? What is the thought process up there? Nick Nasty likes the Illini. Nathan says, I personally like the tree huggers of Stanford. Yeah, the big tree. Familiar rims. Brian says, now the Rockets is going to be over or under. Is this for tomorrow's game, the Rocket game? It's got to be. When do the Rockets play again? Rockets playing what, Saturday? Rockets play the Jazz. Oh, we got time. We got time to worry about the Rockets because they are not playing here on that Thursday night. No Houston Rockets. Bill says Niners, Packers over under. Under Niners. Under Niners. Dave says I got Sheffel plus 1,600 golf today. Needs to be leading at the first round. Bet 50 to win 8 honeys. All right. Hey, I don't know golf. I know mini golf. Chadwick Golf down the shore. That's my spot. You'll find me tearing it up at the windmill and I like that little windmills. And there's the farmhouse. Always good. You gotta get in the middle of the farmhouse, otherwise it comes out the side. Nate says Illinois rats Michigan. 1-5 last 5. Michael B says remind us one to cover 6 straight games with the first game in the card. Heavy public fave. What could go wrong? Again, 7 down to 5. I don't like that. That's if it's Binghamton, but now it's not Binghamton. You know, I don't want to get involved. Mike says no idea how the Warriors play feel about it. I don't know any of them personally. All right, now Michael's being silly because the guy's a Warrior fan. You can't tell me they have some kind of. It's got to be in the papers over there, right? I mean, it's got to be talked about. Brandon says, "Who's going to replace this coach for Golden State?" I don't know. I don't understand what the assistant coach does in NBA anyway. I mean, what does the head coach do? I mean, does he really draw up plays? How many plays can you possibly draw up for NBA players? Especially if you're Golden State. Hi, kick it out to the guy behind the 3-point line. How many plays are there? And what's the assistant coaches do? What are they drawing up? What do they just bring the chair out for a way? Sit down? Brett says, I will listen to you on Spotify, so it's type in right day money. You can type in right day money, but midday money would probably work out better, Brandon. Or late night money. It's definitely midday money. The name Spotify is Midday Money. Matt T says, what do you think about the Kings over the Pacers? I don't know. Like, Pacers make the deal. Are they? And they're not playing bad of late. Is it wrong? I want to just cop out and get a total here, Matt. I mean, the 7, it's gone 7.5. So I don't hate the Kings. Like, I get taking the Kings here. Indiana again involved in a trade. Like, where I know he's supposed to replace Halliburton because Halliburton's out. So Siakam would come in and be that kind of point scorer kind of guy. It's just always weird how teams react to that kind of stuff. I mean, Toronto went out last night. I mean, who's expecting that from Toronto after a trade last night? I mean, 121 to 97. I don't know. Toronto's getting some more. Would they get some more draft pieces? Mike says, Kerr's 10 assistant coaches. I don't even know what that guy did. For all I know, he was a guy with the iPad who told Kerr if he should challenge a player or something. Maybe he brought coffee. 10 assistant coaches. We got one for every player? Yeesh. New guy and new system. King Smash says Nathan. I like New Hampshire, Jerome. Yes, that's my little squad out there. I like New Hampshire. We've had them a couple times here. I do not hate it. We love going to the who's that? Is that the Northeast Conference? What are they in? Patriot? I don't even remember what New Hampshire's in. Where are they? No, they're not Patriot. America East? Where? I got to look them up. Definitely an added game. Oh, yeah, baby. NJIT, the Highlanders. Love it. And, yeah, it's America East. Let's go. You want to lay with Hampshire? I will do it with you. Let's go, New Hampshire. NJIT. Remember they had a good little run a couple years ago, NJIT. I will lay the 5.5. 5.5, New Hampshire. Interesting. Has this moved at all? No. Seems to be the same. All right. That's it. Comment-wise, half-hour comments. All caught up. It's weird. Some days I'm 20 minutes behind on the comments. Other days, there's not many. That's what I think happens when you do the late night show. That's all right. That's all right. Towson, Troy, New Mexico State tonight. New Mexico State, my number one. Troy was my number two. Now it's down to a pick 'em. I'm going to say probably Towson overleaps that. Wizards, big dog tonight. Vegas under. Jerome says it's a 4.5 now for the New Hampshire NJIT game. I'm on the tread. The tread. We're on the treadmill. Nature Boy says Flyers tonight. Puck line against the Stars. How about, I don't hate that. I think it's going to be an over. Dallas will score. Maybe they get in there late. 6-4, 6-5. Tell him I'm having a cookie. Okay. What kind of cookie is it, Brandon? I'll tell him. Speaking of cookies, my daughter made some. I'm not a big sugar cookie guy, but she made some nice sugar cookies the other day on, I guess, Tuesday. Tasty sugar. I'm more of a chocolate chip kind of guy. As if that's shocking to anybody. A fat guy who likes chocolate chips, especially homemade chocolate chips. Al's in the house. Good to see Al. Al, tomorrow we got live, me, Jesse Ross. Kennesaw, yes. Campbell. Who was the Campbell? I know we talked about Campbell. Where? If I could find him here. There we go. William and Mary. I don't know. I think I said last night I like the tribe a little bit there, William and Mary. Although I thought I wrote down, I thought our guy Jesse Schul said something on that William and Mary game, by the way. Oh, he's on the treadmill. He's on treadmill. Wine Time's in the house, my guy. Good to see Wine Time. Follow Wine Time. He's a Twitter and a YouTube guy. Bill says Illinois, Michigan under the total. Yes. Wine Time says the Bulls to Michigan for me so far. So the Michigan game, I get it up to 3. I'm shocked it's 3. I thought for sure this would be a 3.5 by now, a 4. Michigan's off to win. Illinois is off to loss. That's the only reason I don't love Michigan here. Normally, I'd be all over. All over. Because those are the kind of spots I always bet. Just nonsense spots like that. And the Bulls. Toronto's off a big blowout win, right? You have to come back in on Chicago. 2 blowouts in a row. I mean, they're only lane. They're a dog, too. It's not like they're a favorite. But polished diamond, Jordan Clarkson, 4+ threes. That could be a polished diamond right there. Little Clarkson plus 4 threes. What are the odds on that polished diamond? It's good money or what? T-Mar and a Moorhead. I think last night I believe I said T-Mar, and I don't want to give out a opposite side that I gave yesterday, especially when I said I sort of liked it. We'll go Martin again. Bulls Jazz parlay. I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, everybody's on the Raptors. The Jazz game is the tricky one for me, though, because OKC, they're coming out of the double loss in LA. Now you're going to a tough spot to play. Jazz are pretty solid at home, 15-5. They're a home dog. I don't know if I'm running that one. What about Utah versus Oregon State? I want to lean to the dog there, but no real yes or no on that one. Are the sugar cookies from Bucky's? No. No, they're not from Bucky's. They are homemade, from scratch cookies. They are from scratch cookies. The best kind of cookies. From scratch. Plus $4 on the 3-point prop, Jordan Clarkson. I like it, Polished Diamond. North Ender says OKC is for me. David says, like Casey Sunday, Kelsey going to have a great game. Too many injuries in the middle of the defenses. David, I get it. They are banged up. I just don't think Kelsey's 100% himself. No, thank you. I think the Bills win. Probably an under. Got the under right here in the chat. 45.5. Dakota Reeves, if Holly plays, Pacers spread. No, he's not playing. Halliburton's out, isn't he? My thought process is that he is not playing, which is why they made these trades. Right. He's been out in a few games. I do not think he's playing. Maybe he is. Hey, yesterday I was like, I like the Mavericks because I thought Luka was not going to play, and all of a sudden the guy comes in and plays. Upgraded to questionable. Now, see, here's the thing with this one. So the Pacers they're playing tonight, another road game. They have Portland and Phoenix. Then they're off, then they're home. Do you want to rest the guy a little bit to get him 100%? You want him to come in and play this kind of game? I mean, you got Portland on deck. Should be a win. You wrap up with Phoenix on the road. Are you bringing him in because you got smashed last game, 132 to 105? Because if that's the case, that's the angle I'd go on. Hey, we lose by 30 points, basically, 27, 28 points, whatever it is. A bad loss, sure. I'm not. I don't want to bet him because I might have a guy coming back from a hammy. I'd rather have him sit out. Brandon says Rockets Jazz are playing at the Toyota Center in Houston on the 20th. Yes, the 20th. North Ender says fade them first game back, first game. Him and Siakam play together. Yeah, I'm all for when they trade big players, the meshing. Like we've seen this with like every kind of time they bring the big three together. Miami, I love fading Miami when they got LeBron and Bosh and Wade, Kyrie and Luka, Durant and Booker. I mean, it's easy. AD and LeBron, Kawhi. It's easy that's an easy thing to do because you got to see who's going to be taking charge down the stretch. Who's better, Kelsey or Gronk? Oh, man. I mean, Gronk was really good. I can't. How do you take away from Kelsey? I mean, do you lower Kelsey because of Taylor Swift and raise Gronk because he was in the Entourage movie? I don't know. Brandon says the cookies mom brought, is it for Bucky's? Is it for car wash? Listen, they are not. We didn't buy cookies from. Although if I do go to Bucky's, Brandon, which Bucky's do you go to? You go to the Katie's Bucky's with the giant car wash? Sometimes my daughter likes those praline cookies. They are sugary as hell. I can't eat that kind of crap. As a fat guy, I'm not a big sugary kind of cat. You know, I want to wear a giant Bucky's outfit, just walk around town in it. Did you hear that Mark is going to be? Did you hear that Mark is going to be doing a show for the Warriors? I did not know that. North Ender says, yes, sir. Fade away. No Siakam SA rap smash. Luka first game back. Mavs get smashed. Yeah, it's that's why I just feel sometimes you don't kind of play that game. I think Luka's not playing. I like that because everybody kind of knows the role. He comes back, it changes the aspect, and I'm got to get my shot. I got to get back in the rhythm. Brand says, if my mom makes cookies, do you want me to send you a cookie? Oh, sure. I like cookies. Don't have your mom make cookies just for me, Brandon. Michael Bay, Sean, what do you think about the Buffalo line 6 to Oregon? Buffalo's laying 6. Hold on a second. I got this is Buffalo laying 6 to Oregon. Oh, Colorado Buffalo. What are you doing, Mike? You totally. I want to lean to the Ducks, believe it or not. Here, I want to lean a little Duck action. Quack quack in the Pac-12. Colorado. Again, I'm not going to really play on them here. They haven't covered in the last 4, which is why I'm kind of down on them because I did have them in one of those games. I'm like, eesh. Do I want to? For whatever reason, they're not covering numbers right now. They're not covering 12s, 5s, 3s, or as a dog. Again, losing by 50 points. They lost by 47. And they came back and lost the next game as well. And the next game. I mean, that's a heck of a hangover. You lose your next 2 games and you're favored in those games and you lose outright. I'm not looking, and they beat USC. I don't know if I'm looking for them to. I don't want to lay with them. Worst rookie card ever is the Travis Kelce rookie card. Why? Who's on the Travis Kelce rookie card? And it says the Utes today. I do like the Utes. Big fave. Pacers sacks. The Indiana Sacramento game is tough. See, I can play State the Kings if he doesn't. I kind of lean Pacers. And that's why at noon on a Thursday or 1 o'clock or 1:45, whatever time it is, I could only give you my thought on where it's a pass for me right now. I don't know the game plan. Another reason why NBA is tough. Tough stuff. Dave says, Lamar is on a mission this year. Ravens all the way. I think they win this week. And I think people are going to be like, well, the last time they were 1 seed, they lost to Tennessee. Listen, Tennessee plays defense. Houston defense is not the Tennessee defense. Even this year, Tennessee had defense. Henry went for 200 yards rushing. Ravens turned the ball over 3 times in that game. I mean, Lamar had 350 passing yards and 150 yards on the ground. But Henry went for 200 and he got 3 turnovers. This Texans team is a big play team. They're going to take shots down the field. Ravens do play defense. And I had Houston in game 1 when they played. They didn't cover. I couldn't get a backdoor late. I just think this Ravens team, I said back in November, this team's the best in the AFC. That was before they whipped up on San Fran. Buffalo is the dangerous team, though. Buffalo wins this week and goes down there. I don't know. I might take Buffalo in the points in that one. But I cannot talk you off the Ravens. Mike says, my phone's on autocorrect. It's all right. Oregon, 5-5 last 5. Colorado barely getting back guys from injury. I know they're barely getting, whatever the case may be. Arizona spanked them. They lose 2 in a row as favorites. They win a little bit of game. I don't want to just lay with them. That's fine. If you like Buffalo, knock yourself out. Colorado Buffalo. If you like them, go ahead. I didn't take Oregon, and I'm definitely not taking Colorado. Mike says, Siakam plays going to be all over the Kings first quarter. Star players going to screw up the rotation, plus Kings off the blowing a 20-point lead. Yes. Even if he doesn't play, I think the Kings first quarter off of that. Like, you play a bad ending to a game, you're going to come out and want to have a strong first outing, first quarter, first half, whatever the case would be. But now Markel's in the house. Hello, my dude. Nate says, give me the Dogs, or in this case, the Oregon Ducks as doggies. Nothing too strong today, but I'm on Jazz. Here we go. The Jazz and OKC. Quackity, quack, quack, quack. Oregon Ducks. Like I said, I don't know what the Raptors and Knicks both made trades for new players. Both those teams went on short win streaks. Yes, they did. Because it's fade the public and take the Thunder. Jazz due to drop 1 and catch a Thunder on a 2-game win streak bounce back spot. Oh, they're due to drop 1, Dakota. I say this often. You hope in one hand, you poop in the other, see which one fills up first. Nobody is due. You can't tell me OKC can't lose 3 in a row. Why can't they lose 3 in a row? This isn't some joke home court that Utah's got. Utah's 15-5 at home. And you're laying. It's not like Oklahoma State's Oklahoma State. Oklahoma City's not a dog here. They're a favorite. Moneyline Michael says he won't play. He'll play the second game. I hope he plays more than the second game. He's got to pay his third and fourth or whatever else. Nick Nasty says, hey, Markel. Moneyline Markel's getting all the hellos. Michael B says, Kelsey was better at receiving tight end. I say Gronk's a better all-around tight end. It's just tough. I mean, both of them had – I mean, Kelsey, what's it? Can you really badmouth Kelsey? I mean, you can't badmouth Kelsey. That's like saying who's better, him or Tony Gonzalez for their history at the Chiefs. Who do you think's a better, I mean, come on. Now I like the Jazz even more. Oh, my goodness. Shots fired over at Dakota with that one. Is the public all over the Jazz in that game? Hello, Nick Nasty. North Ender says that's why I like OKC. Line strength. Nick Nasty is laughing at Markel saying hello. They're waving to each other from across the room like, hey, what's up? Nick Nasty. Hello, Markel. The pen is out. OKC and Jazz talk. OKC Jazz. That is a hot button issue in the chat today. Who's winning? All right. I will be back at 11 p.m. Eastern tonight, or 11 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern, 9 o'clock on the West Coast for late night money. I'll be doing a little show with our guy Tooch and Anthony Pounded Sports as well. If you're on Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs, I will tweet that out. That is earlier this evening. We'll be talking about some NFL wild division round, excuse me. Bill says Gronk would knock Kelsey on his butt. North Ender says, salute Higgs, great show. I appreciate North Ender. It's a comment-driven show. So I know there's a lot of shows guys are talking. We're like, I give out my picks, and then it's your time. I'll give you my thought on what I like. And I always say, and you're kind of new here, so I'm going to say it again. If I disagree with something someone says here in the chat on the pick, why I don't like it, I didn't bet the game, but I can make an argument for why I like it, why I don't like it. It's not trying to talk you off something you're going to bet or talk you onto something you don't want to bet. I tell you the games I bet. These are the games. Let's go. These are the ones I really like. Thought about betting them. It's a free pick today. I don't want to ever talk people off. If they're ready to bet them, go for it. You're going to say, well, I like it this. I'm going to say, well, this, and this is why I kind of not like that game. But it's also why I didn't bet the other side either, because you have strong points on the other side. David says, Raptors are hot. Go money line. Thunder. -3. Memphis with the points. A nice 3-team parlay. Best way to go 2-1 in the 3-team parlay. I'm liking the Bulls in this spot here. I'm liking the Bulls. Everybody's going to be on the Raptors. I like the Bulls. Thunder game, again, I don't know how they are the public dog. I don't see that. I mean, they're the favorite, but the public's going to be betting on the Jazz. I don't know. Again, I can just pass. I don't have to bet these games. Memphis versus Mini. Mini off a big win on the road or back home. I don't hate that one. I don't hate it. Dakota says, Thunder haven't lost 3 in a row yet this season. Oh, my goodness. Dakota, if you bet on things like this, bro, you're going to be broke. You'll be broke pretty soon. You can't think that way. Like, oh, it hasn't happened yet. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. Think teams have losing streaks? And listen, I agree with you. Hey, they dropped their last 2. They're going to be focused, come out, good, strong game. You don't want to lose 3 in a row. Well, I mean, you don't ever want. You think you don't ever want to lose 2 in a row or 1 in a row. You just want to win every game. I understand the thinking behind that. But I also don't want to go against Team Utah. It's pretty hot. And yes, they're not supposed to be good. They're still supposed to be rebuilding in year 2 of the – is it year 2 or year 3, the Danny Ainge, whatever. I get it. Just a no thank you from me. Nathan says, I like Kings first quarter. Yes. Nathan, you're welcome. Jerome says, what do you think about Jim Harbaugh going to the NFL? Do you think he'll succeed? Where's he going? Like most coaches coming out of college, the hot guy. He's going to some trash team. He's going to the Bears. Let's go to the Bears and who? Draft Caleb Williams? You want Caleb Williams? How about he doesn't draft Caleb Williams? He'll take JJ McCarthy in like the third or fourth round and use the Caleb Williams as bait to just trade down and get some second and third rounders and just build some depth and get a lot of things that the Bears need to win. I mean, guys coming out of college to be successful right out of the gate, it's very difficult because you're going to a team that's been losing more than a season, has some issues, maybe no quarterback, like most teams have no quarterbacks. I understand. I don't know if goes to the Chargers, he's in a good spot right away. He's got a good quarterback. Anywhere else? Bears, New England? I don't know. Ninja says Michigan, Illinois over. I like the under. Under, Ninja. Under the total. Brandon says Bucky is doing a grandma show this year for the Houston Rodeo. Who doesn't love Bucky's? Dakota says, love how you do this live and talk about picks based on comments. Definitely will be back tomorrow. Good luck tonight, everybody. Bulls on the spread. I like the Bulls with your Dakota on that one, yes. Yeah, my shows, again, it's there's a lot of live shows, but they're all done kind of different. Mine is comment driven. First 5, 6, 7 minutes, I'll give you my picks, what I got yesterday, today, and then you'll get thoughts on however long we go. Clint, my guy, good to see you. How's the weather in Texas today? Not bad. I think it's like 50. It was nice this morning. It was like 50s out of rain last night. It is what it is. I mean, it was cold for a couple days. I know. It made this big deal. Like, maybe come back to like a little closer to the civilization. I'll tell you what, Clint, I'd love to have some land. I would love to have like 10 acres out somewhere in the sticks off the grid kind of stuff. But I'd have a generator, nice propane one in the ground. My brother was upstate New York, his old house had a generator, humongous. It was the size of this room built into the ground that's what I would do. Brandon says, add some Detroit and see if I could send them cookies for Detroit Lenny cookies. You know Detroit Lenny will eat some cookies, Brandon. Michael B says, I'm all over the Bills versus KC. I want to take them to beat the Ravens. Only hesitation is beating KC. They've beaten KC. They beat KC in December in Kansas City. They beat them in the regular season. They lost them in a championship game in KC. This game is home. This is payback written all over it. Yes, it might be a little flat spot because you're beating Kansas City in the playoffs, but you've beaten Kansas City before. It's not like the first time you're beating them. You beat them this year already. And as much as it's I don't know if it's a letdown spot. You've been in a championship game before. You've played Baltimore before. They're saying LA Chargers. What is this one, Jerome? No to the Chargers? Michael B says, I'm not sure I agree the public's going to be on the Jazz here. OKC's been the best ATS team in the NBA. I agree. I don't know. I don't see that as the public play, the Jazz. Who knows? I'm not having it. I get it. OKC's dropped a couple in a row. Day off coming in. Better team. Sure, they're a better team. They're playing. This is a time where you can see records and say, that team's kind of better than another team. These guys win games. Utah is kind of scrappy. See who wins. If there's win, Clint says, if there's win, they're predicting like Buffalo run game versus KC run defense. I like the under anyway. I like the under to start. Kansas City plays defense no matter where they go. It's a defense. The offense is not that good. Michael B says, I'm not really surprised we've seen OKC behind kind of step back. We saw this with the T-Wolves. These teams have overachieved in the first rush season. There's going to be aggression. Yeah, you come out really good, and Minnesota's another good team. But you're going to have a little hiccups. They're still young. They're still kind of gelling together, doing their stuff. It's going to take a bit. Gold Eagle. I love Sade. Here we go. David, you're betting against the Jazz versus Thunder in Utah. Gold Eagles. Sade knows. It's the sweetest taboo going against the Utah Jazz at home. Matt, are you on Tampa Bay plus 6 Detroit? I do like Tampa Bay. I'm shocked that line isn't a touchdown or more. It just feels like everybody's going to be on Detroit. I'm holding out hope that I could get a touchdown or more there. I know it's 6.5. I'm holding out for Tampa Bay. I'm holding out for more points. Probably an over here. Probably a team total over Tampa Bay. I think they score. I mean, that Detroit defense, you saw they give up some big yards. You can make fun of Baker all you want. The guy's got receivers who can catch the ball. And they were in a nice kind of cruise control kind of game. Detroit was in a dogfight to the end, to the bitter end. I do lean Tampa right now. I haven't bet it yet. I haven't bet it. So, all right, an hour. I said I was going to leave a while ago, but the comments keep coming. Towson, Troy, New Mexico State, the Wizards, and Vegas under. Under Ravens, under Bills on the board already for the weekend. That's what I like. Speaking of likes, hit the like button. Go just play podcasts on your kids' iPads while they're at school. Rev them up. Mr. Sean Higgs on Twitter. Let's go. Late night money tonight. Sade says, give me the Chiefs plus 2.5. You think the spread will go up to 3? Possibly. I mean, you're going to get a lot of Chiefs money because you're the Chiefs, but again, this is not the same Chiefs. I don't know people running to bet the Chiefs here. I don't understand. I get it. Mahomes and Andy Reid don't lose playoff games. Well, 100% of the time you're at home playing these games. You're not in Buffalo. You're not on an offense that's scoring 20 points a game now that they are, which is why they had 10 wins during the regular season or whatever the heck they had. I mean, what the heck, people? This team is 12-6. It's not a 16-2 squad like they usually are coming into these kind of games with like 3 losses, one at the end of the season and 1 loss they lose to Cincy or Buffalo during the regular season. Or maybe the Raiders or Chargers pick them off once or some nonsense. This offense is not there. Jerome says Lipsy minus 14 and Oral Roberts. Lipsy versus Central Arkansas. I don't hate that. You want to lay 15 against Central Arkansas? Knock it out. I mean, I got this at like a 17 line. So to me, it's you got some value there. I'm not running to bet it though. And Oral Roberts. They got what? They got one of the South Dakotas or North Dakotas. Who's Oral Roberts have today? North Dakota. I like North Dakota. Again, didn't bet it, Jerome. Didn't bet it. I'm gonna try to officially leave now. We'll see, because there's still 30 people in the chat. I don't know. All right, listen, everybody. That's official. It's it. I hate saying goodbye. Saying goodbye. That's your homework for tonight. Muppets Take Manhattan. Go to YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, type in "Saying Goodbye Muppets Take Manhattan." That's how I want to sing to you guys every time the show's over. Maybe I could get the Earls to clip me a 10-second piece of that.